I wasn't a phys ed teacher. Some people think I was. I was a history teacher. I did a master's degree in history, which is a wonderful background to be a broadcaster, because basically what you've studied is you've studied people and movements, and that again is what you're doing here. You're not in fact studying sport. You're actually listening to people, you're watching people, and you're trying to work out what makes them tick. And that's what has been interesting about it. I think my background was superb for what I ended up doing. I had been a pretty average provincial player of both rugby and cricket, but at least I'd got to provincial level. I'd been around the cricket scene for a long time, and I do know quite a lot about cricket. So I'd come out of that and I'd done some coaching, and I'd successfully, I think, coached a young guy called Danny Morrison, who would never have played for New Zealand if I hadn't turned up and been a school teacher at Takapuna Grammar. And Danny would be my biggest success because he was small, he was enthusiastic, and I was at my peak as a teacher at the time and really put a lot of effort and energy into him and did something that other people wouldn't have done. Everybody in New Zealand cricket at that time was talking about bowling line and length. And I went to him, and he was just a fourth former, and I said, listen son, you forget the line and length, you just chuck the thing down as fast as you can. You bowl it as quickly as you can, and that's your point of difference, not this line and length stuff. So for about one season he was quite all over the place, and then bang, you know, he came in. And I've had a lot to do with him since then. I'd coached Jeff Crow as well, so you know there were some good New Zealand players that I'd had something to do with, and then I, at the end of my career, played for Northland and thoroughly enjoyed that, and had quite a lot of success in playing at Hawke Cup level, and so I'd enjoyed my cricket. Rugby, on the other hand, I was too slow to be any good. I could play for Otago in the mud, but I couldn't play in Auckland on the dry grounds. I just couldn't. And also in those early stages of you know, my life, I guess, I had the major problem with alcohol. And that held me back, and it kept me out of teams. And you know, if you're going to miss out on New Zealand rugby teams because you drink too much, you've got a major problem on your hands. But that was, in essence, a fact of it. I don't regret necessarily that I didn't play at a higher level, and I certainly don't regret that I didn't continue coaching. I've enjoyed talking about sport much more than either playing it or coaching it. I've enjoyed listening to people talking about their favourite players, about the things that lift them up, about the things that they have got pleasure out of, about their comments on McCaw, on Lydia Ko, on their heroes.